everybody. Alright, so this quick video is going to be talking about Google Sites, specifically how to post material onto Google Sites, things that you may already have made. So I made a PD site just for this, but in case you weren't sure on how to get to sites, you would go to Google, you'd go into this lovely waffle, and you click on Sites, and it would bring you to this lovely page. You could start with a blank site, or you can start with one of these already kind of pre-made templates. I started with a blank one when I started my website, just to show you a little bit about what I'm going to be demonstrating today. Wow, this is slow. Is the resources tab that I have in my site, and specifically this is linked to a Google Slides presentation. This is my little Bitmoji Classroom type setups. This is all the resources for this particular unit. I do that, and I do something similar, and it's literally the same steps for my weekly calendar. So this is my students' weekly calendar. They get one every week. It's posted on the website. It's also posted in their stream. It's just places for them to go. So let's go back to sites. I don't have to publish it because there were no changes. Nope. Guess it doesn't want me to go there. Alright. Well, I'm going to sites. Here we go. Alright, so let's go back to that PD site just so I can talk a little bit about how I want to do this. I typically like sharing. I made my Bitmoji Classroom in slides, and I have also like my weekly calendar. So I make a slides presentation for each quarter. I have two different calendars per week. One is the kids calendar, which has all of their stuff on it, nicely color coded, and then the hot mess, which is my blue calendar, which has all of my notes, things that I've done, highlights to see what I have scheduled, yellow what I haven't scheduled yet, and notes for myself, about checking grades and CSE meetings and whatnot. So that's kind of like my homepage. So instead of trying to figure out how to post this document, which I definitely wouldn't want, I end up copying and pasting my weekly calendar every week into one of these two assignments. And I just call it posted because it's just easy to find, because I'm like, oh, I want to post something. I just write posted. So I have the weekly calendar, which is literally one slide, and it only has that week's slide in it. And then I also have posted past assignments, which has everything from the past, ever, on in one big document. So it's really long. It's going to take a while to load. So it has every other week. So every week what I do is I take my quarter 3, or whatever quarter I'm in, I take that one slide, I copy, and I paste it in here. So I would just literally just highlight copy, I paste it, and then I delete the old one, or I copy paste the old one into now the past assignments. So that's basically how I do my week. And now I want to, so then once I have this set up, and the reason I do the copy pasting and moving everything over, so I move from my actual document to the posted document to the past assignment document, is so that way everything flows. I only have to post this document once on my sites page. So I'm going to show you how to go about doing that. I like to use an embedded document, so that way students don't have to mess around with it too much. So in order to do that, I'm going to have to go to one of my pages. So that in this case, it'll be the posted weekly calendar. I'm going to hit share. It's up to you at this point to choose whether you only want students with Levittown Public Schools to view it. Depending on what kind of information you're sharing, that might be a good option. Just because I know parents are going to be using it also, I tend to change it to anyone with the link, because I'm not really sharing secret information. It's just a calendar. And anyone can view it. So then I copy that link, and then I'm going to come over into my PD site, and I want to embed it. And what does that mean? That means it's not going to bring them to that website. It's going to literally take this and embed it in. Now, what you'll notice here is the ending when I share something. It says edit. I don't want them to edit it, so I'm going to literally delete everything, including the word edit. Notice it didn't really change the website too much. But instead of having it look like, and you notice the one on the left almost looks like a Google Slides page, right? It has what I was just showing you, right? The tab on the side. You could also do a preview option, which is good, and that's kind of where I'm going with this. So I'm going to end my URL with the word preview. Now I'm going to add a little bit more to it. Notice again the preview. It'll still have some of the toolbar options at the bottom, which I really don't like. I don't really like seeing. So I use a little code, and I literally have it written down on a sticky note in my desk, and I'm looking at one right now. Question mark RM equals minimal. And what that's going to do is just kind of take away all the toolbars and everything from everybody. And now in this case, I want it to be the whole page. Now notice what it says. It says show dynamically updating site page. So as that document gets updated, the website's page gets updated. So when I change from one week to the next and I copy and paste from Q3 into my posted weekly calendar, this page will also change. So here you go. And now it's in here. So when I hit publish, I'm going to change, obviously it was here and now it's published. Let's see if I can go to a preview. Preview. So this is what your students are going to see. Now, there's only one slide in here, so there's really not much they can do with it except look at it. Cool. So get out of preview mode. And now let's talk about another page. I'm going to add another page. Again, when I have more time, it's nice to think of it. How things are going to be laid out. You can add subpages. So that's if you want to have more than one page in a category, in a heading. I'm going to do that same thing again. I'm going to embed code, except this time I'm going to do my posted past assignments. Same steps. I'm going to go into the link. Anyone on the internet can use that, can view it. That's cool. Back to my site. Click on embedded code. Do those same steps all over again. I'm going to take off the end of that. Preview question mark RM equals minimal. And again, that will just take off any of the options that students really don't need to see. They just need to see the page. And I always click on whole page, and I'm going to hit insert. Again, I'm going to hit publish just so I can go through the it didn't say it was published, was it? Okay, it was. That's good. Just checking. And then I'm going to go into preview again. This time you're going to see the difference. So now I'm actually going to scroll with my wheel on my mouse, and as you notice, it's going to go to all the past calendars. So again, students don't need the back forth button. I just show them hey, you can just scroll through if you need to find an assignment from the beginning of the year. Some of them I put links on, some of them I didn't, but it's the same exact idea that we'd be using for a Bitmoji Classroom. So I have all of my Bitmoji Classroom saved. This was something I did at the beginning of the year and wasn't over the summer, and I wasn't really sure if I was actually going to be using it or not. I just felt like I needed to do something over the summer, so this is what I ended up doing. So I made a Bitmoji Classroom. It actually started, they all start with this page, but because I now post them on my website, it's a lot easier to not have this page first and instead have the unit title page first. Some of these are linked, so the calculator's linked. Copy of notes might be linked. I have videos. These are our standards for standards-based grading. I have links to videos that I've made about the calculator, how to go about them, IXL resources for that particular unit, and eMath instruction for that particular unit. Same exact steps. I have my Bitmoji Classroom. I linked everything in here. Basically, the students are going to see it exactly the way anybody's going to see it, right? If it's in presentation mode, I'm going to be able to use the website and do the exact same thing. So again, just for giggles, I'm just going to do another page. Again, go into edit and embed, copy paste that code in. I'm using shortcuts. You should learn them. You should teach your kids them. They are life-changing. Copy Control C, paste Control V. Again, whole dynamic page. None of those preview options. It's not going to look like a PowerPoint presentation with the slides down the left side or the right side. I'm clicking whole page and I'm clicking insert. And again, if I go to preview, can I preview it without publishing it? Ooh, I can. I can actually use the links that are in here. So if you notice, the hand changes from an arrow to a hand, which means I can actually click on it and it will open up a Desmos calculator for me. If I go back to the website, I can continue clicking. I can click on a video link. I can click on anything that's clickable the videos, right? I can click back the home button that I had made. So your students have access to everything without the hassle of having the like back forth, present button. They just have a very clean, simplified view, and that was my goal, was to just try to make it as clean, as simplified as possible. So that is a really quick video tutorial on how to embed presentations into your Google Sites. I hope that was helpful. Again, if you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks so much.